Hello, welcome to OSS, Offensive Security Society. We're at CS 300. We can't really show you all, but there's like a couple of people here, like 10. Get to the introduction to our board. So, my name is Yao, I'm the president. And we have Josiah, which is the vice president. And we have Matthias, which is our treasury.
I think we can walk up.
Yeah, Josiah, you should walk up.
Josiah's
Come say hi.
a lot. Deserves some recognition.
I say hi.
Yeah, this is Josiah.
Hi, I'm Josiah. Yeah, hi, I'm Josiah. Oh, he's in the room.
Oh. I'll give him later.
Okay.
Get him later.
Now go next.
Yeah, moving on.
Alright. We have our Aaliyah, which is our event manager. We have Nick, which is our workshop coordinator. And we have Chris, which is our red team manager. And we have Ben, which is our blue team manager. So.
Right.
Okay.
Do you guys want to introduce? Or no? You don't want to introduce.
You should. Sure.
Trying to pump some blood.
Yeah.
Trying to pump some blood in this arm. It's all good. It's all good. Alright, guys. Stepping right up, we got Ben with the blue team. Yeah, take it away.
All right, hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Ben. I'm the blue team manager. If you want to hit me up for some blue team stuff, I'm your guy. And we're participating in CCDC, so wish us luck.
Wow. Wow, what a guy. What a guy. You know, speaking of that blue team, we've got we've got excuses. All right. So next slide. Let's go ahead and keep the show running. Feel free to chat. By the way, interact. We're trying to keep this as hopefully lighthearted, social, whatever is possible. If you want to. So I can't take the mask. Cancel me. So what is OSS? Welcome, everybody, to the meeting. We've got a couple here in person, first-timers. I think majority of our first-timers are all on Discord, so hopefully this system is working. You guys can see me, you guys can hear me. But to introduce you to the club, we're the only main general concentrated cybersecurity club on campus. We have the most amount of members specifically related to cybersecurity. There's, as far as other options go, there's ACM that has great computing related resources, community, everything about that. We highly recommend ACM. And there's also a blockchain club on campus that's really great with cryptography specifically. But if you want to apply that cryptography, wow, it's OSS. So basically, to introduce you to the club, what we're offering is an introduction. Actually, wait, I'm getting a little turned around, but okay. We compete, we learn, we teach each other. Things are really great. We can give you an introduction to cybersecurity so that hopefully you can get a basis of what it actually means to work in cybersecurity, because I know that one of the biggest hurdles to overcome is just getting to the point where you can even understand anything. It's completely normal to be missing out on like half the information in a lot of these slides and stuff like that. I've noticed my personal perspective on it is that you kind of just barrel yourself at all of it, and it slowly makes more sense over time. So that's my strategy, but to each their own. And we hope that this club can at least show you like what somebody in cybersecurity would be doing, the jobs in cybersecurity and so forth, so that you know if it's actually what you want to pursue. Because the goal is that by the time you graduate, you should hopefully have some idea of where you want to apply what is probably a computer science degree. If it's not a computer science degree, it's totally awesome if you're trying to switch into cybersecurity or apply what you know elsewhere. But we'll help you find out if cybersecurity is for you, and hopefully give you enough context to make that decision for yourself as well. So we got a bunch of awesome people in this room, a bunch of good-looking people. I can turn the camera around and show the room. So we got a few people. I'm happy. Hopefully soon we'll get even more to show up in person. So in the meantime, the Discord's an awesome place to share new things, information, resources. We've got Ashley who shares like 60 internships a day, which is incredible. Stuff like that is like what is so awesome about OSS. It's sharing information, talking about things, learning new things, asking questions. So you have all that there. You get people to care about school with. I think that is literally one of the most valuable things about being a part of a club is like just the investment into the actual like school lifestyle. So it becomes a lot easier to become invested and pass your classes when you have things to care about, like a club that you're working with or learning from. So I really like that aspect of OSS. But further than that, we have competition teams that are representing the school at very high level competitions, getting great results. Super proud of them, the red team guys, CPTC. You want to talk about that? Yeah.
Should we go to the slides that shows the trophies or the achievement that we have? This is the this one?
This one. Oh, nice. Yeah.
So there are some of the achievement that we got in 2018. We have a regional at 3rd place, and we went to national, which is at New York, and we got 2nd place. And in 2020, we got regional 4th place. We qualified for national, and same thing. 2021 regional 3rd place, and we qualified for a national. So yeah. Talk about blue team.
Pretty epic. Nationally recognized competitions, looks incredible on resumes, highly respected. And at these types of events, you also connect with a lot of people, and there's a lot of recruiters there in the first place that are looking for competitors to reach out to and stuff like that. So that's very common. Blue team is pretty fresh, pretty new. We are focused on CCDC, which is kind of the equivalent. So CPTC stands for the Collegiate Penetration Testing Competition. Just in the spirit of cybersecurity, we're going to be going all over the place, and you might not know some words. So if you're really inexperienced, you might not know what penetration testing is, which is on the offensive side of cybersecurity. It's associated with red teaming. It's a lot of terminology, but basically, it's an incredible competition that gives you hands-on experience, which is what every single employer is looking for, which is very hard to do without some type of team or people that you're working with or some collaborative effort to build the teamwork, communication, and skills like that a lot of recruiters are looking for. So at OSS, we're trying to create an environment that gives those type of alleyways towards career building. So that's our angle with regards to competition teams is we're setting up these teams to get experience that can be applied in the workplace. All of these events are modeled after real world scenarios. CCDC is impersonating a blue team incident response situation where you have to deal with different tickets, and red team, you're quite literally competing to be the best hackers in the country. So yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff and cool place to learn all of it. Sorry, which way are we? Okay, so with regards to so those are our competition teams. We're also offering bi-weekly workshops that we've scheduled and planned so far. Not 100% sure if they're going to all be in person or hybrid, but the next week's is going to be a very big one. Next week's will be hybrid. It will be the introduction to Kali and fundamentals of cybersecurity as a whole, and it'll also go over all the careers. So if you want the deep dive into the basics and overview, where it's going to be quite a bit of information in a dense presentation, that next week's workshop is going to be really, really good to prime you for what to expect in cybersecurity, and also installing Kali if you want to get started with practicing. So, right. So our workshop schedule that we have planned so far, we've got Intro to Cybersecurity coming up. We've got Securing Windows, which is a blue team. So we've got both blue and red team angled workshops, but with regards to how complicated they are, I would say ideally, try to just go to all of them and get the most out of it you can. I know that's like totally impossible, but if you know 100% of what's about to be talked about, then you'll be good. But we do our best to try and make sure workshops have something new to be learned. We're collaborating, sharing new information that we've heard, talking with the people, talking with everybody, just learning new things. You know, at the end of the day, we're a community all trying to learn from each other. So we're just trying to share ideas, work together on having the best odds of graduating with a career relating to cybersecurity. So, because that's pretty much what we know around here. So, with regards to that, yeah, I mean that kind of covers the plans for the club. But to reiterate real quick, we've got those bi-weekly workshops. When we don't have a workshop, we will be having Hack Day Fridays every Friday in this same room, which is CS 302, CS 300. It's a pretty big room, very spacious, lots of computers. The internet's pretty fast in here too. I'm connected to the Wi-Fi and I downloaded something pretty fast, so I can vouch for that. But this is where we'll have all our workshops and hack days. Hack days will just be our casual off weeks, but we're also going to look to hopefully create new events that aren't scheduled so far. What did you download? Yeah. Good. I actually downloaded OBS. It was 80 megabytes. I downloaded it very quickly. So that was just a record. But yeah, we've got the bi-weekly workshops. When there is not a workshop, there is a Hack Day Friday to meet, connect with people, maybe collaborate on Hack the Box. That's our goal, is to get people geared up and set towards that as well. Spending more time on Hack the Box, especially as a team. It works a lot better when you have people that you're doing it with. You realize that very quickly after doing it. And our blue team practices are going to be every Saturday night, and those are scheduled for 6 p.m. But all the scheduling is subject to the announcements channel. Always check the announcements first to make sure, because we'll make sure that there's an announcement before every event that confirms that it's going to happen, what time it's going to happen, and so on. So if you ever double check, just go to the announcements. But workshops, hack days on those off days. Every week there's going to be a blue team practice that you can join, and they're going to all be open join, despite the team only being able to have 8 members that can compete at the competition, which is open to anybody that is willing to put the effort in to learn the content aggressively and compete. The competition teams are always looking to grow and even expand to more competition teams if there's enough people or interest. There's no limit on interest there. We can hopefully find tasks or roles or jobs for you related to what you're pursuing, so that you can get that type of experience that's directly relevant towards what you put on your resume or what you talk about in a job interview. So we can hopefully set that up. So yeah, 3 things a week. It'll either be a workshop or a hack day, and then there'll be a blue team practice and a red team practice. And the blue team practices and red team practices will all be recorded and put in a Google Drive that'll be shared. But beyond that, that's what we got planned for the semester. So we're hoping to get people in person. Collaboration on Hack the Box would be sweet. Do you have any last thoughts, President Yao?
Questions?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions? The room or not in the room?
You can unmute. I can hear you.
Oh, hi, I got a question.
Okay.
Do you need like any kind of experience to be on a team?
You don't really need any experience. The workshops are pretty beginner friendly.
Oh, he said virtual or in person. Not.
Okay.
I'm responding to the question.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, how much experience for the practices?
Yeah.
Okay. I can kind of answer that. I will say if you have no experience, yeah, you're totally like not going to know 90% of it. But that's like literally how cybersecurity works. And it starts with not knowing something, deciding to Google that thing that you don't know, learning that one thing, and that thing will come up again and again and again and again. And you just have to add on the other 5,000 things and then you're good, and then you'll know all of it. So in my opinion, no, you're not going to know much. You're going to be confused, but if there's anything you can grasp onto, I highly recommend just like jumping in and having no idea what's going on and rambunctiously Googling. So that's my take there. As far as whether it's in person or virtual, I think that's going to like depend meeting to meeting. But I believe all of them will be virtual at the very least, and whether they're in person or not will be announced later. But they'll all be virtual at the very least. Any other questions? You've been a killer audience. Man, how about that parking garage, you know? Oh, man. That thing is always full. Oh, man. It's a tough crowd. All the meetings, including workshops okay, the workshops and hack days will always be in person. The next Friday, which will be a workshop, will be hybrid. Beyond that, check the announcements, but they will certainly be in person in CS 302. 300. CS 300. Fridays at 6. And I'm not Chris, but I sent it from Chris's laptop. So yeah. Yeah. We'll compile a schedule. That'll be an announcement soon. To clarify everything that's coming up and sort all of our calendaring. And if you can't make it to I think every workshop will be recorded in some format. So even if it's an in-person workshop, there will still be a recording to be able to appreciate what was presented. So, in fact, we could probably do all of them hybrid. But we'll see. Would I be behind in some way? You know what? There's no such thing as being behind in OSS because everybody's missing pieces of information in scattered categories. So if you miss one thing, it's okay. Like the next thing will be equally confusing in my experience. So, with that regard, it just means a little bit more catch up next time, trying to understand the things that you missed out on. So, but no, you won't be that far behind. It's more, this whole club is more supplemental than like, oh, you got to follow along from start to finish. But at the same time, we do plan on like building upon each workshop. So, we don't want the last workshop to be for new people, if that makes sense. So, we definitely want everybody to have something to learn. And the closer, as the semester goes on, it becomes more technical and advanced. So yeah, hopefully that answers that. What else? Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great question right there. So he just asked, could I get an equal amount of help with my Kali Linux virtually versus in person? And the answer is absolutely not. You're going to get a lot more help in person because it's extremely difficult to troubleshoot technical issues through any type of virtual format, whether it's Discord screen sharing or like Zoom or anything like that. So with regards to that, next week's Kali installation, you will have to be in person to get anything out of the Kali installation help. But as far as the career overview and introduction to cybersecurity, you'll still be able to pick up on the information virtually. So, but if you've never used Kali and you think you might need help installing a virtual machine that is emulating an operating system that is going to be doing all the stuff that we talk about in the club for the whole semester and future, and almost all workplaces in cybersecurity, then you should come in person. I see typing. I'll give you a second. Should we bring a flash drive? I think it depends what you're doing. You should bring whatever is, or mainly use a virtual machine. Oh, with regards to how you're booting, Callie, I think you'll have an easier time on virtual machine, but whatever you're most comfortable with, I think works. That's what I would say to that. Anybody in the crowd have any crazy stories to tell? Everybody here's boring. We'll probably wrap this up in like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And if nobody's got more questions, any last thoughts? Mr. Yeah, you're all good? Yeah. This is my fault. We found out that you can't bring pizza yet until like February 29th. So the answer is there will be pizza, but not yet but that I didn't communicate that there wouldn't actually be pizza. So, but there'll just be double pizza next time. Eventually we'll have an official OSS pizza party. But yeah, any other questions? Yeah. The red team meetings are specifically like technical training for competition. So the Friday meetings are more universal for everybody. The red team meetings are definitely going to be focused on making sure that we're like competition ready, especially as the competition comes up. Right now, I'm not really sure where the season's at as far as like what's upcoming for the red team. So in that regard, it could be more helpful towards newer hackers, but yeah, it'll just be faster and more hack the box probably. But we also want to do hack the box on Fridays. I mean, in this room. So it's just the red team practices will be prior to each Friday weekly gathering.
Yeah. Fridays. I'm good.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, red team stuff is Friday right before this. Blue team stuff is like Saturdays on its own island. Workshop stuff is bi-weekly, big productions. Hopefully we can get some like guest speakers too. We're trying to talk to companies, build up sponsorships, get events going, more competition stuff. So anything there is to grow or create more opportunity, we're always open to it. But yeah. Any type of guest speaker that could give some type of cool perspective on cybersecurity. So if it's somebody, yeah, honestly, anybody in the field. So, I mean, hopefully somebody that is like, it's usually a mutually beneficial, like the advertising, recruiting, hybrid type setup, like setting up an internship stuff. So we're just gonna hopefully find some type of connection, partnership, sponsorship agreements. So yeah, yes. Not sure yet. I don't think any specific red team or blue team events are planned, but I do think that it is likely that those happen. like separate to regular meetings, but also no promises because it can get pretty busy with how much there is to do. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tuffy Hacks, great club on campus making a hackathon. At Tuffy Hacks, there's going to be a collaboration with OSS and Tuffy Hacks. So if you're interested in applying for that, I think today's the last day to sign up for an application to be in that hackathon. So if you are interested in doing like an immediate project and signing up, I think tonight is the last night to sign up for Tuffy Hacks. So, but there's a lot of options and it's good for like resume building software projects. Applied a few weeks ago. You should be good. If you applied, then I don't know if I've ever heard of anyone applying and getting denied. Is that a thing? I don't think that's a yeah. I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, if you apply, you're in. Yeah. It's just about them sending out all the details probably. So yeah. Anybody in chat have any last second questions? Because I think we're gonna wrap up the Discord call soon and just start hanging out a little bit. Yeah. 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 Both practices are open. I think like whether we recommend experience or not is completely up to you. If you want to jump in and like just go ham and get a head start, I think just brute forcing your way into it is honestly like not a bad idea to just learn the content. But I mean, the more context you have, so I'd say the answer to that is you can have as much experience as you want, but the blue team and red team meetings will be pretty technical, especially the upcoming blue team meetings, which we're a week out of a competition. So, those ones will be open, but they're going to be pretty fast paced and specific. So it'd be more like watching to see what's going on and what you could expect if that's what you're going to do soon, opposed to like interacting and being a part of the process, because it's probably gonna go faster than you. NCL CTF is about to start. I don't know what NCL CTF is. Yeah.
All right. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I talk pretty loud, so hope I don't break your ears. But yeah, NCL. That is something we're trying to field a team for. So if you're interested, let us know. I think after Blue Team season, which again, like Nick said, they're prepping for CCDC. I think in a week or two, or after the competition, in the off season, we'll start making more of like a CTF team. And I think we're planning on competing in the CTF team portion of NCL. And we should have like a good workspace for people to ask questions and stuff. So that's a goal of ours. If you're interested, let us know. We're also going to try to get NCL like kind of reimbursed for people in our club. So the entry fee, I know it's like $35. We're going to try to get that reimbursed for y'all. So if you're interested, let us know. But we'll post more announcements. So again, the biggest thing is just check announcements. That's where all the opportunities are. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, keep an eye on that. Thank you.
Yeah, heck yeah, that's Josiah. He's a legend. He's a walking legend. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap up the Discord call. The biggest thing is next Friday's meeting is going to be pretty big. If you want the best possible like introduction, first main workshop for beginners is going to be great. And also, if you're not a beginner and you're just interested in careers, it's also going to re-outline all the career options, the types of pay you can expect, and just all the different jobs and what each job is going to entail to see if it's something that appeals to you. So if you thought today's meeting was interesting, next Friday we'll pick up on what it is to work in cybersecurity. So heck yeah. Next Friday, 6 p.m. Yeah. That's all I got.